Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and I thought I would do my faves for the year 2023. Happy New Year, by the way. It is 2024 now, but it took me a while to get everything assembled here, and been busy. You know, I have a life. We all have lives, busy lives around the holidays. So I have an assortment of items, from household items to clothes, to makeup tools, to hair tools, to skincare, and a couple of little surprises along the way. So let's just get right into it. First of all, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be really cool if you did. It would really help me a lot in the, when YouTube has referrals, when you put in, I want to know about a makeup demo or something, my videos will come up higher in the list if you do subscribe to my channel. That would be great. You'll be notified, if you want to be, of any of my new videos, and I try to do at least 2 a month. I'd love to do weekly videos again. It's been kind of hard lately. I'm very busy. I work at a job that's quite busy this time of year, although you wouldn't think so. I work in an office in a cemetery, and that doesn't seem like it would be very busy in there. But it's very busy. So anyway, let's start off with household items because I'm quite excited about these. The first thing is, these are dishes that I talked about, I think, in springtime, and I thought this is going to be great for wedding season. This would be the perfect wedding gift, and I use them almost every day. I use at least one of these pans. It's a set. So there's a frying pan, a bowl, and a larger pan, and there's a cover. Let me just demonstrate this for you. This is the release. So these are like, you can use them as bowls, you can cook them as saucepans, you can bake them in the oven. This handle will attach, you just pull it up and it holds. And then you've got a fry pan. And when you want to release it, you just release that and it comes off. But these bowls are so versatile because you can use it for a number of things. You can create a saucepan out of this. Or you can use it as a serving bowl. It is just such a nice thing. And there is a cover that you can use that works really nicely with both that bowl and also with the frying pan. You're just steaming some eggs or something. And then this is the larger pan if you want to do like make a sauce or do some meat dish or bacon or something like that. You've got this. So this set by Red Leaf, this is a wonderful set of baking and cookware. You really don't need too much else, if anything else, if you have these, because you can use them for everything. So frying, baking, they are oven safe. I don't put the handle in the oven, but when I go to get them, you can put the handle in on them anytime. But isn't that neat? That's just the handle. Now I don't put this in the dishwasher, but all the other pieces do go really well in the dishwasher. And again, I mean, look at that. It's so high-end. It really is. And I use it every day, and you can't even tell. I mean, they just clean up so nicely in the dishwasher. Pots and pans. This is a little water filter, which you can fill it with water. You can fill it with water, and the filter will filter out all the stuff. I started using this when I was cleaning my kitchen sink and area, and the hose that came down, it was spurting out funny. So when I cleaned underneath there and I looked at the towel, it was all this pink mange that was growing. And other people in my building said, oh yeah, that mold is in our water. I always use a filter. I'm like, oh my God. So for my coffee maker, even for soup and things, if you have to add water to something, I use this and it works so well. And even just to mix a quick, I use it in my coffee maker, my Keurig one, and also my other coffee maker. So this is really handy. And I have marked on my calendar every 3 months I change out this filter that's in here, and they sell them on Amazon. There's like 3 of them for $7 or something, so it's not an expensive thing at all. And this water filter is not that expensive either. I think it's under $15. So I'll link everything below that I'm talking about today. I discovered this year, and now that it's 2024 and I'm working on an eating and exercise plan, I'm trying to do a little bit better. I had read last year about sucralose, which is Splenda, and I had read that it was really, really bad for you, and that, you know, there are problems associated. They can't prove it yet, but they think it's related to a lot of dementia and brain problems, and your body doesn't know how to process sucralose or any of the other type of artificial sweeteners, especially like Sweet and Low, the pink one. The pink one was the worst. I had all kinds of digestive problems and actually went to the doctor because of the pink ones I was using. And they got me onto the Splenda, and then they said, well, that one's not much better either. You should really try like the blue one, you know, the Truvia or the Stevia leaf. And they were just so gross. I mean, they don't taste good. And so I decided I'll just go back to sugar, because at least the body knows what that is and I can just deal with it. And I started gaining weight, and I gained over 30 pounds in 2023. I don't know if you noticed, but I did. And my clothes, I was like, every season in my new clothes, especially this last winter season, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't zip up these pants. Oh, well, anyway, I was watching a YouTube video, a couple of doctors talking all official physician talk, kind of very, you know, they used all the big words and everything, but they were both really positive about this new sweetener that came out a couple of years ago, and it's called allulose. And it's allulose, it's derived from natural things. It's like a natural sugar, but it actually helps with your blood sugar levels and stuff. And again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse or anything. I just watch them on YouTube, and I'm really smart. These are really good. Allulose does not have an aftertaste, because, you know, the biggest thing with me with those artificial sweeteners is, like, you know, even after you get used to it, it takes 2 weeks to get used to any change. You know, if you're used to having your coffee with a certain mix, I'm real picky. You know, I have 3 or 4 cups of coffee every day. And I tell you, if I change my mix, it destroys my morning. It really does. So when I got this, I was a little bit cautious. There's different varieties, but it will say allulose. Allulose is the name of it, and it's supposed to be the healthiest sweetener you can use. Better than maple syrup, better than molasses, better than honey, better than sugar, and better than all the other sweeteners. Plus, it has some added benefits if you're diabetic or obese. So, I don't know if I'm obese yet. I don't know if I call myself that, but I'm a little healthier looking, or unhealthier looking than I want to be. So I've been using this, and you have to use 1.5 teaspoons of this to a teaspoon of sugar if you're normally using sugar. So I have a little measure that I use for this for my coffee, and I'm getting used to it. It's like the 5th day now. I'm getting used to it. So and like with any change to your diet, remember when you had to go salt-free? Any of you had to do that when you had to go salt-free? How horrible it was for you. Like, food didn't have any taste to it. And then after like a couple of weeks, anytime you had anything that was salted, you're like, oh, this is really salty. So I think it's the same thing with this. You have to use it for a couple of weeks. Just do it. Just give yourself that 2 weeks to get healthier and try it. It's called allulose. There's different varieties. You can get it. Local grocery stores do have it. They have Swerve is another brand name for it. They blend it with erythritol. Erythritol? Am I saying that right? Yeah, the one that's like in Truvia. So if you're used to using a erythritol thing, they have a blend that has this in erythritol. It's probably 1 step level up from what you're doing now. The best thing is, and I'm going cold turkey just doing this, no sugar, no sweeteners, nothing. I'm getting used to it, and I think I'm going to be okay because there's no aftertaste. If it was an aftertaste, it would be more of a challenge. That's why I couldn't handle the stevia leaf. So as part of my weight loss routine, I will be using allulose as my sweetener. Take a lot of vitamins, but I had gastric bypass surgery back in 2002, and I was down to a size 8, believe it or not. I got very emaciated, and I looked sick. My hair came out in clumps, and I started wearing wigs back then. This is my real hair, by the way. This is my real hair. I'll talk about this later. I'm taking vitamin supplements because I can't absorb certain ones. But lately, when COVID happened, I added a few things. One was elderberry, one was apple cider vinegar. And I take, like apple cider vinegar, I take the gummies. They have sugar-free ones. Apple cider vinegar is a great digestion support thing. I take a little bit of extra vitamin C this time of year. This is the super green gummies. So super greens, like the spinach and things like that, it's got those because I don't like to eat salads. I know. I know. Don't come at me, as they say. Super greens. And then the this one is collagen gummies, because I tried scooping that stuff and putting it in my coffee and trying it in my tea. It makes like a little oil slick on the top, and I start thinking about what it is, and I can't. I just can't. So I've got the sugar-free gummies for collagen. And this is K2 and D3, because in the winter you don't get very much D3, and I need D. That's one of those vitamins I don't absorb very well. And also, this one is fish oil. I can't stand seafood of any kind. I don't eat any seafood at all. And no fish, no nothing. So the fish oil gummies, and this is the Salerno brand, the Amazon Basics they call it. It's good. It doesn't taste like fishy, which they say if your supplement tastes fishy, it's already gone bad. So this is the fish oil gummies. And I've been taking these for a while, looking to get those omegas, you know. Fish oil, this has 303 milligrams. I don't know how they came about that, but it's science, of the fish oil omega-3. So I think it's great. And then my last one is eye health. This is lutein and zeaxanthin gummies. And this is for eye health. I have floaters and flashers. As you get older, stuff happens with your vision. And I just do these. I don't know if they're working or not, but I'm taking them because if they are helping in the long run, that'd be nice, because my diet has not been all that good. So diet-wise, okay, I'll spare you from anything else. I think that's everything in the food department. As you know, I am a curvy lady, and one of the things that I've been having difficulty with, especially when I gained a little weight, was underwear, like bras. And so I actually saved the hanger on this so you could see it. I have this in 3 colors. I have it in black, I have it in this, and I have it in this pink. This is the Warner's Cloud 9, super soft. This is wireless. It is what they call a comfort bra. It's lined, so you don't have high beams under anything. It's comfortable on the sides. It's just the perfect bra. Now, if you're like in the G or H, or you know, those upper letters, if you're past the D's or you're triple D or higher, this 2X fits really well. If you're a G cup, it just fits really well. It is so comfortable you can sleep in it. It is that comfortable. This is the Warner's. And I got this at Kohl's when they had their sale stuff. I used my, you know, cash, Kohl's cash, whatever they call it, on it. But these are great. I think they run around $44, but you can get them on sale if you're using your Kohl's cash and other things. They're definitely worth it. And the sizing is like, they'll do S, M, L, XL, 1XL, 2XL, 3XL. I just found that as I'm about a size 14-ish. It wavered here and there this year, but about a size 14 in the G cup area. this 2X fit perfectly. And it has the, you know, the connections in the back. So, and you have, it looks like you have 2 connections in the back that you can go. But I think the 2X is perfect. So there is a sizing chart, you know, that seemed to work. It seemed pretty accurate. So, yeah. They have it in black, pink, a very light ivory, and then this, what I think is like a skin tone, which I like to wear under lighter colored outfits, so it doesn't look like you can see the bra underneath it, you know. And again, I love that light lining. This washes really well, and the padding doesn't take off. Like you find these little things that look like shoulder pads in your laundry, and you're like, what is this? And then you realize you've got high beams on one side on your bra. It's not. It's intact, so it'll stay there, which is nice. So I do highly recommend that. And speaking of clothes, I do thank all of you who have been doing this. This is THREDUP. I get about 90% of my clothes from THREDUP. And I get such pretty things from there for really cheap. And I can't talk more about that company. I love them. They used to be a lot cheaper than they are now. They went up in price just like everything else. But I'm just going to show you a few things that I got. Okay, so we got this blouse for work. It's very, very nice. Everything was, I get new with tags or excellent condition. I don't even bother looking at anything that's less than that. And they check everything. And some of these have the tags on them, brand new. They don't have any smell, there's nothing missing, there's no buttons missing, no zippers missing that don't work. There's no staining, there's no rips, there's no pilling. And you can you know, get a new wardrobe for very little money with the pricing that there is right now in stores. I'm so shocked, I really am. And I'm like, gee, I only paid $5.99 for mine. But and then this is a sweater. It's really cute. It's got the white blouse below, but it's got outdoor animals, bluebirds and squirrels. It's just a happy sweater. I like it. It's very nice. And then for work, this is it's got the sleeves and the lower blouse on it, but I think that's really nice too. It's like and these things all look brand new. I mean, if somebody wore them, it's a surprise to me. Here's a kind of a long jacket for work. It's very, very nice, very professional and polished looking. And then this is really pretty. It's like a cape that I got to wear over something, and it's very dressy looking, really, really pretty, unusual. And then, you know, you can get your basic pretty, it's kind of got a fake top underneath it, but I mean, these things look very nice at work, and they're not that frumpy. They're not that frumpy. And for shoes, I just got these shoes, which I think are pretty cool. They've got some elevation, and they go with a lot of things. They've got a lot of really good traction on them, which I use in winter time here in Connecticut. We have icy roads. A little bit sexier, we have these shoes, which have a really nice heel. And I wear a 9.5, so, you know, it's nice to find shoes that fit well. And then for booties, they have booties of all types. These are a light suede, practically new, really, really nice. They also have handbags, belts, hats. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And scarves, you know, for the winter time. So I've been really, really happy with what they have done. As far as tools go, I talked about this, I think, when I was, you know, doing one of my last makeup faves and flops. But this is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, and I think what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate it real quick for you. pour a little bit in, not very much at all. Let me use something that's white so you can see it. And let me see, I'll get something that's kind of dark. Oh, let's see. There we go. All right, so you can see that. Got a little bit of darkness on there. Yeah. Okay, so you can see that. I'm just going to stick it in here just for a second. I'm going to wipe this off. And there you have it. It takes off that color. Isn't that cool? Now you can use it on your blush brushes, your foundation brushes. If you have like this one, say you use it for your contour and you want to use it for your blush, you just stick it in here. I tap off the excess and then I just rub it on paper towel. I have Kleenex right here, but I generally use a paper towel. It's a little bit thicker and it's got a little bit more roughage on it. And it dries pretty much within 30 seconds. So it's ready to use on the next color. So I love this Cinema Secrets. I have the lemon scented one. It's very fresh. The kit comes with this little kind of tin can, and you can just close that up and you can reuse this liquid in here, you know, for several different brushes. For makeup, since we are talking about makeup, this is these are these triangular puffs. I use them for a little bit of everything now. I use them for my powders, I use them for blush, I use them for contour, I use them right under my eyes especially. They are so convenient, and I wash these. I have like a black soap that I use, and I wash them. I wet them first, I wipe them over the soap, and then I scrub them over my little scrubby brush, and then I rinse them and they come out clean. I've used these several times. So when you're using these puffs, don't put them back in your makeup after you use them, because then all your face yuck and everything else will be on here along with the product, and the next time you use it you're going to be putting dirt and bacteria on your skin. So I wash these after every time that I use them, and I have a little basket that I throw all my puffs in, and you can get them pretty cheap. I think there's like 8 of them in a set for $3.99 or something. I'll link it below, but I mean a lot of us on here use these things. They're just so easy and so nice. Very, very nice. For blenders, I love this one from e.l.f. This is their Camel Concealer Blending Sponge. You wet this and it works so well for a lot of things. I use it for concealer, for touching up foundation. Even I'll dip it in powder and then powder underneath my eyes. I think it's just such the perfect size. It's not too big. I never understood people using those giant standoff sponges, because it's like just hitting yourself with a jellyfish, it looks like. And I just use these little ones because they're just so, and you can buy these individually. I think I got this one in a kit. It was their winter brush kit or something. And I love it. It's wonderful, but they do sell them individually. They're only a couple of bucks. Well worth it. You just wet them, just use them like your usual beauty blender. You can pounce in your foundation. You can be very exact, you know, especially around your nose and mouth area and everything. I love it. Really, really nice. Getting more sleep. This is one of the other things that I'm using. This, and I think I talked about this last year too. It's a lavender essential oil. So I put this on. You can put it on a little cotton pad, just a little of the oil, and you can just leave it right near your pillow. I don't put it on my linen, my bed linen or anything. I just leave it near my pillow so I can smell it, but it's not going to damage my bed linens. And it's just a lavender essential oil, because lavender does help you kind of relax and go to sleep. And I've been listening to, on YouTube, it puts me to sleep. I listen to sleep hypnosis. There's one for weight gain, there's one for positive attitude, there's one for calming down, no anxiety, things like that. So I think these kinds of natural things are working out for me. The other two I'm using is I get these brow razors and face razors because I do have, like, along this area I do have like sideburn. This is like a little TMI. But also too, up above here, I like to keep everything kind of smooth so my makeup goes on smoother. And these work great. I just get these at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, whatever they have. And this is a set of 12. I think it was $5.99. So they're 50 cents for each one. But these work really nicely. I do sanitize these after I use them. I do spray them with alcohol. And I use them maybe 3 or 4 times before I, toss them. But that works out really nicely as a derma. When you shave the side of your face, so when you shave the side of your face with this, you can go up in here and up in here. If you have anything in this area or in the center here. And you can also actually do your brow area underneath your brow. And it really is nice for doing that. And then I definitely will spray with alcohol after doing it. So to me that helps keep it hygienically secure so I don't get any mange or anything. Alright, let's talk about my skincare because let me just show you my skin. Far down there. This isn't that kind of video. Alright, so you get the idea. I use the LAURIN foaming face wash. This is the foaming gel cleanser, it's called. It's the light blue one from Aldi. It's like around $5. I use this. I have one in the shower and I have one at my sink. I use this as my cleanser. I don't even think about all the fancy ones or anything. I just use this one. I like it. I've tried a lot of cleansers and this one works for me really well. It's not always the most expensive. That is the best. For exfoliators, this always wins. This is the Sonia Roselli Sex Appeal. It's kind of, it's got ingredients in it where you spray it, you can spray it onto this and wipe it across. But I put my hand up like this and I spray it here, and I put my hand up and spray it here, put my hand up, spray it there, spray it here. And then I count to 10, and then I start making little circles with my hands, and it pulls the skin, the dead skin layers right off. And then I rinse, and then sometimes I'll do it a second time. And there'll be a few little ones that I missed around my nose or chin or something, and I'll get them off, and my skin feels so clean. This is what I use in the shower. Now there's 2 other ones, and I've been trying them recently. I wanted to try the exfoliate. This is from Paula's Choice, and you remember Paula? She was like the cosmetic cop. She used to do studies of all the ingredient decks of all the makeups and everything. I really miss that. She had these books called Don't Go to the Makeup Counter Without Me. She had such great stuff. She ripped apart like a lot of the really high-end companies, saying that there was fragrance in this and that was terrible, and this had too much stuff, and this had stuff that wasn't even necessary. This stuff's overpriced. This stuff works just as good as this stuff. But the thing with the makeup counter thing, when she was talking about blushes and foundations and stuff, is that every single year so many new things are released. Her books were obsolete almost as soon as they were released. There were new formulations coming out, so she stopped doing the cosmetic cop stuff, which broke my heart because I had at one point I had 3 of her books, and I learned so much about makeup from her. But anyway, this is her company, Paula's Choice, and I don't know if she's still involved with it or not. But she's had some really good skincare stuff in her line, and I didn't like her eye makeup. Remember she teamed up. I don't know if it was with Mr. Gloss for an eyeshadow palette, and it just didn't work at all. Anyway, I really like this. You pour a little of this on a pad after you've washed your face. You pour a little of this on a pad and you wipe all around, and you'll see residue on there. You leave it on, and then you use your moisturizer. So now the third type, if you don't want to send away for it, is this. This is the Dermalogica. This is the travel size, and it's very affordable if you get the travel size, and it'll last quite a while. But this is the exfoliating powder. You just pour a little bit into your hand. Like so. And it's kind of like I think it's a rice powder, I'm not sure. And you just pour a little bit of water in there and make a little paste with it, and then rub it on your skin, and it's a physical exfoliant. So it works really nicely if you want something that's more direct. My favorite is the Sex Appeal out of all three of these. This is probably the least invasive one, but I didn't see the results right away. I'm kind of impatient that way. So with these two, you see the results right away. And the Sex Appeal from Sonia Roselli is just phenomenal. It really is. It's been my favorite for years. For moisturizer, I actually use the Kiehl's. Is it Kyle's or Kiehl's? Kiehl's. This is the Ultra Facial Cream. This is like the most emollient moisturizer you will ever use. Oh my gosh. It is so nice. I use this, and I got it as one of my perks from Sephora. It's really, really nice. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's absolutely one of the best facial moisturizers I've ever used. I don't know, I was under a rock. I just thought, well, that's one of those old companies, isn't it? And, you know, sometimes the old companies are pretty good, and they've been in business for so long because they're so good. I always thought they were kind of pricey, but this Ultra Facial Cream is like the best moisturizer. Oh my gosh. Now in the shower, I use body washes that, you know, every now and then I'll use I'll talk about the body wash I use every other shower. But I use this VitaBath. I got it at one of those like train wreck stores, you know, like a Ocean State Job Lot, Big Lots, one of those kind of places where, I don't know, they have an overstock or something like that. This is the VitaBath and coconut cream VitaBath. What a nice thing this is. You use it with a face cloth, you get a nice natural exfoliation. I mean, that's just another way to exfoliate. But this is just so luxurious feeling. It's just nice. It does suds up, so it does have the stuff that makes the suds. Some of you are all annoyed by it, but I like this. It's a body wash from VitaBath, and this is the Heavenly Coconut Cream. And that's what I use in the shower, but every other shower I use one of these puppies. And Lumi, she's famous for her deodorants. You know, you have either the solid deodorant that you can use, or you have the cream. And she has different types because these things they're acidifying. This one is the sampler pack, so let me just get all the flavors out so you can see them. This is the toasted coconut, which I really like. This one is the lavender. This one is unscented. Then we've got peony rose and fresh tangerine. So these are all the 5 body washes. Now Lumi was created by an obstetrician for her patients. For the nether regions, because they wanted to cleanse safely, but you know, a lot of bacteria can be around that area for all the various body fluids and everything that are in that area. You can wind up getting a lot of bacteria on the outside of your skin, and you can get, you know, rashes and things like that. So she developed these deodorant creams that you could put on them, But then she took it a step further. These are body washes. So you put a little blob, dime-sized blob in your hands. You can put it in those areas, under the arms and in the nether regions, front and back. And then what I do is do that first. I don't rinse it off yet. I do my hair and all this other stuff in my face and exfoliation and everything. And then I do the rest of the body wash areas, and then I rinse everything off at the end. And that works really nicely. It kills bacteria, and you know, the people smell because of the stuff that's on the surface of their skin. They don't smell because of what's inside them. So a lot of us were using those douches and things like that back in the 70s and 80s. Remember those? You get the cherry flavor ones and stuff. Oh, another TMI. TMI. Sorry. And it's like, that's not really what the problem was. And in fact, you could disturb your internal natural cleansing, you know, thingies by putting fake soap stuff in there, douching like that. That's not really healthy. So this takes care of it. Once things are on the outside, if you've got some other body fluids hanging around, maybe, you know, you're not as clean as you could be, this really makes you feel fresh. And this has stuff on it that kills bacteria on the outside of your skin. So that's the odor-causing bacteria. So this is just a wonderful thing to use. Now, I only use it every other shower. I don't use it every shower. And, you know, I think my favorite is the unscented and the toasted coconut. But I like this body wash, and I think it is helpful. After the shower, I do like to use this Crepe Therapy Lotion. This is the Walgreens brand version. Gold Bond Ultimate Crepe Corrector. Yeah, because the Gold Bond is like twice the price. And I like this. This one works just as well. So basically it's good for the back of your legs if you've got any, like, you know, the cottage cheese legs. It's good for your arms, for the fish scales, that sort of thing. But the next product I'm going to talk about is something that blew me away this year. It is castor oil. I know, castor oil. You know, being a boomer, I remember my aunt used to say, just give her a spoonful of castor oil, it'll straighten everything out. Because I used to get indigestion and stuff. I used to eat really fast, and I used to eat a lot of sweets. And I didn't realize at the time that I had a little bit of a problem with dairy. And so I would have some problems. And I remember her telling my mom to use castor oil for that. And in the old days, pure castor oil, not mixed with anything else, but just pure castor oil in a spoon, like a tablespoon. You take it down, it's pretty ghastly. You take some orange juice with it or something. And it would help regulate your digestion. End of story, right? Well, I was watching, I don't know, it was maybe 6 months ago now. I was watching a YouTuber talk about topical benefits of castor oil. And it started with the eyebrows. You know, I heard people say they just put castor oil on their eyebrows and it grows them. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I'll try that. And I am seeing regrowth now. It's been 6 months, and I'm seeing regrowth on the eyebrows. Also, they're saying if you use it on your skin, it will reduce skin inflammation. It's got antioxidants, anti-inflammatory things. It's got vitamins and minerals and stuff in it. I had no idea. I've been under a rock. And this, you have to get organic, cold-pressed castor oil. It comes from a plant. I'll show you a picture of the plant. It's been used for centuries by other cultures. It's not so much in the Western medicine area that we've been using it. I've been using it on, and I tell you, I've got a birthmark. I call it the Eye of Horus. It's an age spot. And I've been using this on it every now. I forget. I don't do it every day. They say if you do it every day, it works better. But I would maybe once a week, I put some on here. I just rub in some castor oil onto it. It's fading it. And it's making my skin look better. It's making my face look better. My décolleté looks 100% better. I can't show you any more than that. But I mean, it's like, and my neck, it's making my neck look better. My skin is getting really in much better shape. So now let's level that up again. Let me show you something here. I have this, what they call castor oil pack. And those of you who have never heard of this before, I'm so sorry. This is, you put it here, you put a couple of tablespoons of castor oil here, and I rub a little on my side, right on this side. And if you're looking at me, it looks like it's my left side, but it's my right side. It's the opposite of your heart side. And you put it on here, on your skin, and you tie this around. And you wear it for an hour. Or you can go to sleep with it, but I move around when I sleep. But you wear it for an hour. And the castor oil sinks in and supposedly cleanses your liver. I know. That's like way out there, right? So I'm going to link several videos below of doctors and people talking about it. But I have, these two are from my knees. And I thought, well, it's supposed to help with joint pain when it sinks. You rub it into your knees, and then you can put some on the knee pad here, and tie it around your knee and wear it for an hour. I'll be darned. And now this one, ladies, this will blow your mind. Okay, this is thyroid. You put the castor oil all up in here, and you pour a little on this pad, and they call it a castor oil pack, and it will help repair a damaged thyroid. So, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. These things, they sell these things. You can get just the liver pack, you can get just the neck thing, you get different designs. They're kind of neat. This one is girly. It's girly, so I got this. But it's supposed to help with a plethora of problems. But skin eruptions, bumps, I used it on the bottom of my foot where I had calluses and it hurt, from rubbing on the wrong size shoe. And it cleared it up. After about a week, it was gone. I had a callus on my foot. So it helps with irritations if you have like warts, or if you have like a little a rash bump, bug bites, a little bit of everything. This is like a magic potion. This is the baking soda of the cosmetic world. And there is another version. This is the castor oil that has shea butter oil. Shea butter powder comes from an African plant, and it's supposed to do hair regrowth. So with this one, it's castor oil with other stuff in it. So what I do is I literally take it and I part my hair, and I go through all the parts of my hair with this castor oil with the shea butter oil in it, and I make sure I rub it into my scalp really well. And then I put a towel down on my pillow and I sleep in it overnight. The next morning I take my shower and I shampoo it all out. It comes out nicely, and I'm seeing improvements in my hair. I'm seeing baby hairs. So I think it's working. So castor oil in general is supposed to help with hair growth. It's supposed to help kill any dandruff causing yeasty kind of thingies. It's anti-inflammatory, so it helps with your skin and eruptions and problems with your skin. You get a pimple, you get a boil. It's really good. So, and I was like, should I talk about this? They're going to think I'm nuts. But it's like, it's been working. I'm going to put the videos below of people using this stuff. I don't believe that you can get hurt from this. I don't believe that putting this on your skin is going to hurt you at all. Now the smell to it is something like oatmeal. That's all I can kind of say. Something like oatmeal, or maybe firewood. I don't know. It just doesn't smell bad. It's not perfumed or anything. This is pure castor oil. Now there's just castor oil you can take internally, but if it's castor oil that's mixed with things like the shea babe powder that's mixed into here, you can't drink this one, okay? You can drink this one, but not this one. So they call a purified castor oil medical grade. So you may want to ask at your pharmacy if they have that sort of thing. But I do like this one for the hair growth, and I only use this for my head of hair that I want to grow. And this one I'll use on my face. I'll use this on my eyebrows and my eyelids. It's supposed to help with your eye health too. I think that's cutting it a little bit over the top even for me. So I am using it on my eyelids. I want to see if it helps with my lashes regrowth. I want to see if it does help with my eye health. I have, like I said, I have floaters and flashers, so if those things improve, then I'll talk about it, but I haven't proven that yet. And these things take time. You have to use it like every day, and then you'll see eventual changes. You're not going to see it the next day. So I've been patient with it. It's been, 5 or 6 months, and I'm sold on this stuff, and it's cheap. It's, $10 to $15 for a bottle. This stuff I think was $10 for this. It has the shea babe powder in it. I got this in the drugstore. But you can get it on Amazon. You can get this on Amazon. So castor oil, yeah, to me, it's a miracle ingredient. To me, it is like the baking soda. When you started finding out how many things you could do with baking soda, and how many things you could do with vinegar, this is amazing, amazing. Homeopathic people have known about this for years. Other cultures and other countries use this. It's nothing new to them. But we're, on the Western side, we're a little slow to pick up on these natural things. We're so used to just buying an artificially made thing and putting it on our face. This kind of heals a lot of ills. And like I said, it's fading out my age spots. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. So I should have taken a before picture so I could show you the difference here. But I know, I know there's a huge difference. So castor oil. Speaking of hair, what am I using in hair? For my regular shampoo, I've been going into Sally's. Have you been into Sally's lately? Sally's Beauty Supply? I hadn't been in a couple years, maybe. I think the last time I went in there, those collab, it was a cosmetic company started by influencers called Collab. They still have collab stuff there. I was really surprised they were still in business. I didn't know. You never hear about them. Never. Anyway, I went in there. I like to go into Sally's for hair stuff. And so after the collab thing, I bought some hair stuff back then. I remember thinking, wow, they've got a lot of really good hair products and everything. So I'm going to go back in there. And you can get like a hair color and a developer and mix them together. It's 1 part hair color to 2 parts developer. So if you have 1 ounce of hair color, you use 2 ounces of developer, and you've got enough hair color for, at least 3 servings in each of these. And these run around 10 bucks. This is the color Charm. Now the color I have on my hair right now, this is the darker one. This is 7N, and I used some Frost and Tip. The Revlon Frost and Tip, which has really nice conditioner in it now. So when I'm putting highlights into my own hair, I mix up the stuff in the little bowl, and I take one of these little mascara wands, and you can buy these little sets on Amazon, and I dip it into the stuff, and I literally just pass it through. I put the stuff on and I just pass it through, and that way I've made my own stripes exactly where I want them. And I don't have to wear one of those caps where you poke it through the holes, with a needle thing. Like, that hurts. Plus, you can't reach, if you're doing it on your own, you can't reach the back. How you gonna know what holes to hit in the back? So I like doing it this way. I usually do just the top layer of hair. It's less damaging, and I get that effect of kind of lightness here and there. My hair looks healthy and layered, and you know, I think it works really well. So this is a little Hawking, Anchor Hawking container, and I just put like just to here with the hair color stuff, and then this is the 10% developer. You can do 20% if you're going to lift your hair a higher rate. You don't have to be a master scientist, just those two ingredients. You put them on your hair and you leave it on your hair for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, tops 30 minutes. And then you rinse it all out and you shampoo with your own shampoo and put your own conditioner in. When you get the box kits of hair color from the store, there's a whole lot of other preservatives and things like that in them, because these two things are basically the color and the developer are all you need. The actual moisturizer and all that other stuff, you can add it later. You know, that's something you can put on after the fact. So I like the control of this. I have the 9NA, which actually is kind of a lighter color, but for winter I go a little bit darker. And as spring comes, I'll lighten my hair up, probably go to this 9NA as spring comes. But I love doing that. And Sally's has so many interesting things, and they have sales. They have a big red label they put on their sale products. And when you see those red labels, it's like, wow, $1.59 for these $10 shampoos. Now this is their generic brand, lightweight oil conditioner. And this is their version of the Bumble and Bumble hairdressers invisible conditioner, and it's excellent. It's really good. It was cheap. It was cheap. This is my volume injection Redken conditioner. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. I use this a couple times a week. And I use this on the showers I'm not using this one on. I'll use this one on just to, this is expensive. I think it works really well, really well. And you know, my professor, blowout professor, Chris, he owns a salon down in Miami, and he talks about hair care and things like that, and he likes this one. And he said your shampoo should clean your hair. It should clean your scalp and clean your hair and get the product off. And don't have to worry about keratin or silk or anything else. Just make sure your hair gets clean with your shampoo. And then your moisturizer will help with, you know, putting back some of that moisture in. And after my shampoo and condition, I will put this Color 21 and I will spray it on my wet hair and zhuzh it in, and then I will comb through, make sure my hair is combed through. And after I wash my hair, I pulled it all up into a ponytail, and I took my hair scissors, hairdresser scissors, I tied it up completely normal, and I took 1.5 inches off of my hair. I'll show that little footage to you. All right, well, that's a cute little do. See all the gray in my hair? And I'm just using, these are grocery store vinyl gloves. You can also find those at Sally's. And this is my little Anchor Hawking glass. I'm measuring out the hair color first. There's a 1 ounce. And then I'm putting in the 10% developer, putting 2 ounces of that in there. And I'm mixing it up in the little silicone bowl using the big application brush. I have my hair sectioned off in the back to keep it out of the way so I can get the front done. I look like Cruella de Vil. All I need is a Dalmatian dress. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's really gray. So that's my real natural color, I guess. But I'm just not comfortable with that. And I'm just taking it a little section at a time into the part just to do the root sections. Not doing all of my hair so that there'll be some blonde mixed in with it, and it won't look quite so one-dimensional. And this is so easy. You just get used to it. I've been doing it since I was 16. Not this particular method, but... All right, so I have the gloves on, so I'm running them through my hair to make sure everything near my scalp is covered with the hair color and the developer. And now I'm going to wait 25 minutes. Oh, and we're done. Okay, lovely. All right, using a wide tooth comb, and I'm just going to get that combed out, get all the tangles out. And then I'm going to do something unusual. I'm going to pile it on top of my head because it's time for my haircut. And the wolf cut that I do, I learned it from one of the Mondo, I think it was. You pile it all on your head, straight up, and you tie it there with a elastic band or, you know, a scrunchy band. I'm just trying to gather it all. It's like herding cats. It really is. But you can see the gray's gone, which is kind of nice. I know some of you like gray, but I don't on me. And I'm seeing that it's kind of wonky, so I'm going to get my stuff ready, and I'm going to go back and put another round of elastic in there. It needs another loop to tighten up. Okay, and I'm going to pull it so all of the hair is pulled through the elastic. I'm combing that section up, and you can see I'm taking about 1.5 inches off with my hairdresser scissors. And I'm not doing all that well because I'm trying to make sure I'm in camera for you to see it. And I see that one stray hair, and you can see I pulled it back through so that I would get it. Okay, so I took about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches off. Normally when you're doing this wolf cut, you would be taking about 3 inches off or even more. Okay, so it doesn't really take too much off the length. It just gives you layers in between. I'm just showing that it's not much hair was taken out. Now I'm sort of parting it in the middle, not a very even part. And I see that one hair, and I will move it. My hand will move it. There we go. So it's not real straight, but close enough for government work. I'm just making a part right where my ear is, pulling it over. And I'm going to use my texturizing scissors, also from like Sally Beauty. You can get them on Amazon too. And I'm just cutting a little bit erratically on that so they'll be feathered on the inside. They won't be so long. So it makes the layers blend better. So I'm taking on this side, doing the same thing, pulling it all the way across. I'm going to hold it. For some reason, I didn't spend so much time on this side. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Okay. All right, so now it's time to blow dry the hair. But first, I'm going to spray this L'Oreal Sleek It Heat Spray. This is good to 400 and something degrees. And I'm using my hot air brush. I'm speeding it up for your safety and enjoyment. I mean, you don't want to watch somebody blow drying their hair for 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm at 4 times the speed, and I'm really just doing a general blowout. I'm not using product or anything on this. I'm just blowing it out. You can see how shiny and nice it is, and that color looks pretty good. It's a little dark, but it looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to fuss and preen with it till I get it looking a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Okay. So now I'm going to put on some Olaplex, and this is the number 7 bonding oil. I'm just zhuzhing it through the ends. And because I just did a wolf cut, I've got a lot of ends, so I'm zhuzhing it through parts of the center midsection of my hair as well. And then with the very last, what's on my hands, I'm just kind of going over the main body of the hair. But that leaves it shiny, and it closes up the ends to help protect them from becoming too dry. So my hair looks pretty healthy and shiny. I'm not going to use any hot products anymore on it because I don't want to damage it further. but I will comb it and spray it out later on. But I just wanted you to see what it looks like with that hair color. There I am. And this is the Conair, the hot rollers. There's 12 in here. And I think that's just enough, you know, it's just enough for that. I don't roll my hair every day. I usually wear my hair down or back and up in a little bun kind of thing, and that seems to work well as far as that goes. Now this is what's known as Topic, and these are hair fibers, and what they are, they look almost like pencil eraser shavings. They're but they adhere to your scalp, and I'm going to show you. I put one on my, let me just show you what they are so you can see. Okay, can you see that? They're just little bits of, almost like, it looks like sawdust, and you just put that on your hair, in your scalp. And I'm going to show you that footage where I'm putting it in my scalp. And it just gives you so much more optical illusion of volume of hair, of healthy hair, and my hair is healthier. It feels great. After all of my stuff, I put a little of this number 7 Olaplex oil. This is a bonding oil, and you just take a couple of drops of it, really. Just a couple of drops, and just zhuzh through your ends. Now, since I have a wolf cut, I have a lot of ends. And then I'll just kind of smooth a little bit on the outside, but just the ends to seal them up. And it keeps them healthy, it keeps my hair looking healthy. And again, I'm 65, I'm going to be 66 in mid-February. So, you know, I think my hair looks pretty good for my age, and for the fact that it all had fallen out in chunks 20 years ago. You know, it's grown back, and it's grown back. It's a little bit different texture now, and it is grayish white, I think is the real color. It just didn't look good on me. I just don't feel comfortable with it, and there's a lot of people who feel that way. We shouldn't be shamed because we want to keep coloring our hair. I mean, good for you, and it probably looks great on you, your gray hair. I found some people that have gray hair, it doesn't look so good on them, but they've embraced it. For hairspray, I got this quite by accident in the grocery store a couple of months ago. I'd run out of hairspray. I was using Elnet unscented. The unscented Elnet was my favorite. And I thought, oh, Rave, I remember that from the 80s. I used to use that in the 80s to hold up my hair. And I tell you, let me just show you how this. And the ozone layer over Connecticut has yet another hole. This is the 4x Mega Hold Unscented from Rave. It does have a slight scent to it, but I guess that's ingredients. Probably highly flammable too, so I'm not going to be lighting any candles anytime soon. This is wonderful stuff. I mean, it holds your hair. Look at this little dippity-doo here. It's holding it out. God bless it. Okay, wonderful stuff. So I hope all of you are having a very happy and safe New Year's celebration. That's my alarm. It goes off. I'm supposed to get ready to leave work at now, and my alarm clock goes off to show me, because I get talking to people and forget what time it is. So I send an alarm to tell me when to punch out from work. But I'm off today because it's the 1st of January. Happy New Year 2024. Okay, everybody, thank you again. And Lauren, you were so generous to send me that. That was so nice. She sent me a Ulta gift card, and I have used it. In fact, my next video will probably be my haul when it comes in from the gift card. Thank you so much, Lauren. That was so nice of you. Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.